And now for all the details. As tension continues to simmer between New Delhi and Islamabad, a diplomatic showdown has also unfolded in the US, as Indian and Pakistani delegations are in Washington. As both sides present their narrative, Shashi Tharoor, who leads India's unified political delegation to Washington on Wednesday, teared into Pakistan's claim to portray itself as a victim of terrorism and advocate for peace. We have a report.
A high-stakes diplomatic showdown unfolded in the United States as Indian and Pakistani delegations, led by Congress MP Shashi Tharoor and former Pakistani Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, respectively, arrived in Washington to present their contrasting narratives following recent military clashes. While India's multi-party delegations, which have visited almost 30 countries, are underscoring Pakistan's support to cross-border terrorism, the copycat Pakistani delegation led by Bilawal Bhutto is trying to portray itself as a victim of terrorism and advocate for peace. Tearing into this narrative, Indian parliamentarian Tharoor, in an interaction with the media in Washington, invoked former US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's remark, "You can't breed vipers in your backyard and expect them to bite only your neighbors." Slamming Islamabad, he said, while Pakistan is getting attacked by Tehrik-i-Taliban, a splinter group of Taliban, it was the Pakistani policies which aided and helped Taliban. This delegation is going around saying they are victims of terrorism, having lost more lives than India. We turn around and say, whose fault is that? Tharoor remarked, urging Pakistan to reflect internally before pleading innocence.
This is why Pakistan is now following in our wake to say we are also victims of terrorism. But if I can quote a former American Secretary of State who famously said, well, you can't breed vipers in your backyard and expect it to bite only your neighbors. That's what the Pakistanis did, sadly. And the result now is that they are being bitten too. I mean, we all know that, for example, the Taliban movement, and in fact, by and large, all these terror organizations were created by the Pakistani military and ISI and so on for specific target purposes. There were some units created to hit India. There were some that were created to take over Afghanistan. They wanted to do damage on both sides, on both of their borders. And ironically, one group has now broken up and started hitting Pakistan. The so-called Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan is an offshoot of a terror movement initially incubated by Pakistan that's turned against its masters.
Meanwhile, India has strongly opposed Asian Development Bank funding for Pakistan, citing concerns over possible misuse of development aid for military purposes and weak economic reforms. Sources told ANI that New Delhi flagged Pakistan's poor fiscal performance, falling tax revenues, and potential diversion of aid from development to defense. India also questioned the effectiveness of past ADB and IMF programs, pointing out that Pakistan is now seeking its 24th IMF bailout, despite years of international support.